Interesting reactions from Nigerians. Let's talk technology now. In an era defined by digital innovation, data has become the lifeblood of modern economies. Yet in Nigeria, a persistent data gap continues to challenge business efficiency, policy formulation, and national development. Now, while cloud platform offers a foundation for storing and accessing data, AI transforms that data into insight. Now, machine learning code, natural language processing, and predictive analytics are helping Nigerians business decode customer preferences, automate routine tasks, detect fraud, and personal services. Now, despite all these promising innovations, the benefits of cloud and AI are not evenly distributed, as the country still faces challenges such as poor internet penetration, low digital literacy, and affordability issue. And these are many more we'll be looking at on the program this morning. Now, joining us for this conversation is a technical writer and data professional, Suta Saliu. Good morning, and thanks so much for joining us on the program. Now, talking about data in the country, can you tell us what is this data gap that we are having in Nigeria, despite all some of the benefits that we know about data analysts in the country?
So there's like a general inaccessibility of data. Say you want to start a business, you want to understand how many people are in a state, or say you want to target a certain kind of people. Maybe you want to target females, you want to get health data, that kind of thing, and there's like lack of accessibility to this kind of data. Some might say is unavailable at all, so hence the data gap.
Do you have statistics to back this up? When you're talking about data gap, something will have around that. That's why we're looking at it on the program this morning.
So not statistics, more personal experience, really.
Okay.
Yes, and personal experience in private sector, trying to get data, trying to find data for basically, once you have that data, you can analyze, you can say that, okay, this amount of people are what we're targeting, this amount of recommendations are what we're giving to people, basically. So in order to get those insights, to now get that data, you have to actually make the research yourself. And then you have a lot of private individuals or private businesses making that same research, repeating those same researches themselves because there's not accessible data. And then there are a lot of like NGOs like Archive, the NG, Budget, basically trying to also do that, STAIRS also, but that's like more of a commercial company, basically selling data so that private individuals or private businesses can be able to access enough data to make their operations more efficient.
Getting this data is something that is a bit challenging because of our own peculiarity here in Nigeria. So how can this help to develop our personal businesses and also help individuals to ensure that their growth is something that is worthwhile, that they can also stand by using your own data analysis?
So basically, once you have like a set of data, say market data now, you understand the amount
I want us to be a bit practical this time around.
Now,
now, because someone is watching you at the moment, how can you, because you are a data professional,
yes, sure,
and you should speak as one. So so you just have to relax and enjoy the show this morning. So you are not under any pressure.
No pressure. Thank you. So you are looking for personal experience, basically. So one that I can recall right now is in the marketing sector, where I worked for just researching for giving briefs to basically find out or enable marketing operations, basically. Now, so we're looking for data on how many people can buy or what people look for when they buy pharmaceutical products like PCM. So we have different we have different options. We have Emzor, we have other brands too. So we're looking into, okay, what is the data on the spread of these products? What is the data on how people are purchasing these products? And at that time, it wasn't available. I had to do that field work, that basically going to each pharmacy basically and seeing what available products they have for that particular sector, and saying that, okay, which ones do people buy more? And then you have that kind of like effort, and then you see that there is a general product, is PCM, is pharmaceuticals, and then you have various companies basically also making that kind of effort, repeating those kind of efforts, because there's not enough access to say, okay, this data is here and we can get it and use it for our personal purposes.
Okay, I wonder how many pharmaceutical companies you have to visit to get enough data to be able to make your analysis. That's a bit challenging.
It was. I think it was a whole week of just going around pharmacies, starting from like within our area, which was Yaba, just basically going around those pharmacies before we ended up in like Ikeja. So it was tough.
So how can technology help in ensuring we use technology at the moment, talking about AI, to gather data that will help us in our personal life, in our businesses, and in our careers?
So yeah, the gathering of data can be made more efficient with technology, basically in that survey feeling kind of way. But then I think one of the biggest benefits, I would say, would be the storage of data and the accessibility of that data. So if I do that research now and I publish it and I put it online, somebody else that wants to do that can immediately, it shows up on a Google search. They don't have to go through that effort. That accessibility of data sharing as well. So it helps, and technology has like made that very good for us. Like I can go on my phone now and research something in China. Basically, absolutely. I can get that data basically. So it's that kind of data sharing and collaboration that will help with the technology on ground right now.
For that young person watching you at the moment, what are those basic tools that the person will have to be able to navigate the social media or the internet to ensure they get accurate? You know, sometimes you need to do also fact check some of this data that you are gathering. So how do you go about this?
So yeah, that's definitely a whole process, because even this week I researched for NIN numbers basically, and then you have one showing you 2023, you have one showing you 2024, and basically a host of just from your Google search. So you need to dig down into, okay, what is the current numbers? Usually it's best to go to the actual agency, to find those numbers there. But if they do not now like publish it, or is not accessible to you on their site, then you now have to go through secondary means, maybe somebody else, or maybe newspapers. Like that is a major avenue for all these numbers, because they don't publish it.
But with the advent of technology, do we need to go into that rigorous process?
Not finding this thing, but like searching it. That's technology.
My question to you is that when you go on using technology to gather data, how do you fact check this to ensure that what you are churning out is accurate?
To fact check what the numbers that you have seen,
yes,
that is current and is accurate.
Yeah,
that is still between individuals like me and you, basically, because the technology can't get those numbers by themselves. It's still individuals that are putting out those numbers, and then technology is enabling them to put out those numbers. So if somebody somewhere, maybe on Twitter, says that these are the numbers, unless somebody else says that, or else the official agency says something else, you can't really say that, okay, that person is wrong.
So in all of this, before I let you go on the program, how can data gathering help in improving Nigeria's economy?
A major factor is just that being able to build on a foundation, because anybody starting something new now that needs data, you have to start afresh. You have to get from that whole research process. But if you had that foundation, if you had that accessibility to data, you could build on the shoulders of giants, like the famous quote says. So basically, that accessibility or that foundation is needed.
All right, very interesting there. Well, you didn't really answer my question about how can we use data to improve the economy of the country, Nigeria. So just in 30 seconds, you can answer that.
Okay, so basically all our operations, once it's data backed, once you have the amount of, say, people in this sector that you are targeting, and the features, whether it's male, female, what their occupations are, you can better make your decisions. You can better make those data-backed decisions. Okay. And then that is like a main point for data.
Data professional, Suta Saliu, many thanks for joining us
on
the program this morning.